Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Kingsbury. If you guys watched the Grammys, then you know Kendrick Lamar walked away with a bunch of Grammys. In fact, he's been nominated 57 times and has won 22 Grammys. But do you really know Kendrick? If you're like me, you probably don't know him all that well, so we're going to read a little bit about Kendrick today. Let's learn about Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, born June 17th, 1987, is an American rapper regarded as one of the most influential hip-hop artists of his generation and one of the greatest rappers of all time. He is known for his technological artistry and complex songwriting. He was awarded the 2018 Pulitzer Prize for Music, becoming the first musician outside of the classical and jazz genres to receive the honor. Lamar began releasing music under the stage name K-Dot while he was attending high school. He signed the Top Dog Entertainment in 2005, where he co-founded the hip-hop supergroup Black Hippie. Following the success of his alternative rap album Section 8 in 2011, Lamar secured a joint contract with Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment and Interscope Records. He rose to prominence with his gangsta rap-influenced second album, Good Kid, Mad City, in 2012, which became the longest charting hip-hop studio album in Billboard's 2000s chart history. Rolling Stone named it the greatest concept album of all time. Lamar's third album, To Pimp a Butterfly, in 2015, infused hip-hop with historical African-American music genres such as jazz, funk, and soul. It became his first of 5 consecutive #1 albums on the Billboard 200 chart and was one of the most critically acclaimed albums of the 2010s. In 2015, Lamar garnered his first #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 after featuring on the remix of Taylor Swift's Bad Blood. His critical and commercial success continued with his R&B and pop-leaning fourth album, Damn, in 2017, yielding his second Hot 100 #1 single, Humble. He curated original songs for the soundtrack album of the 2018 film Black Panther, earning a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Original Song for the US and UK Top 10 single All the Stars with SZA. Lamar's 2022 double album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers concluded his tenure with TDE and Aftermath. His feud with Drake and subsequent sixth album GNX in 2024 spawned the Hot 100 #1s Like That, Not Like Us, and Squabble Up. Lamar has received various accolades throughout his career, including 22 Grammy Awards, the third most won by a rapper, and a Primetime Emmy Award, a Brit Award, 4 American Music Awards, 6 Billboard Music Awards, 11 MTV Video Music Awards, including 2 Video of the Year wins, and 37 BET Hip Hop Awards, the most won by any artist. Time listed him as one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2016. 2 of his concert tours, the Damn Tour in 2017 and 18, and the Big Steppers Tour in 2022 and 24, are amongst the highest grossing rap tours in history. 3 of his works were included in the Rolling Stones 2020 revision of the 500 greatest albums of all time. Outside of music, Lamar co-founded the creative company PG Lang and ventured into film with his longtime creative partner Dave Free. Life and career. Let's take a look at his early life. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was born on June 17, 1987 in Compton, California. He is the first child of former gang hustler Kenneth "Kenny" Duckworth and hairdresser Paula Oliver. Both of his parents are African Americans from the south side of Chicago. When they were teenagers, they relocated to Compton in 1984 due to his father's affiliation with the Gangster Disciples. Lamar was named after singer-songwriter Eddie Kendricks of The Temptations. He was an only child until the age of 7 and was described as a loner by his mother. Eventually, his parents had his 2 younger brothers and younger sister, businesswoman Kayla Sawyer. His cousins include basketball player Nick Young and rapper Baby Keem. Lamar and his family lived in Section 8 housing, were reliant on welfare and food stamps, and experienced homelessness. Although he is not a member of a particular gang, he grew up with close affiliates of the West Side Prius. Despite suffering hardships, Lamar remembered having good memories of his childhood that sparked his interest in hip-hop music, such as sneaking into his parents' house parties. He was raised secular, although he occasionally attended church services and was taught the Bible by his grandmother. He felt spiritually unsatisfied as a child due to the empty and one-sided nature of the sermons. After hearing a recording of his voice for the first time, Lamar became interested in rapping. He was introduced to police brutality after experiencing the first day of the 1992 Los Angeles riots. When he was 5 years old, he witnessed a murder for the first time while sitting outside of his apartment unit as a teenage drug dealer was killed in a drive-by shooting. "It's done something to me right then and there," Lamar later admitted to NPR Music. Quote, "It let me know that this is not only something that I'm looking at, but it's something that maybe I have to get used to." His parents nicknamed him Man due to his precocious behavior, although he confessed, "It must be a stigma on the idea of me reacting as a kid sometimes. I would hurt myself and they would expect me not to cry." In school, Lamar was a quiet and observant student who excelled academically and had a noticeable stutter. His first grade teacher at Robert E. McNair Elementary School encouraged him to become a writer after she heard him correctly use the word audacity. As a 7th grade student at Vanguard Learning Center, Lamar was introduced to poetry by his English teacher, Regis Ng. Ng integrated the literary form into his curriculum as a response to the growing racial tensions amongst his students. Through its connection to hip-hop, Lamar studied rhymes, metaphors, and double entendres, which made him fall in love with songwriting. Quote, "You can put all your feeling down on a sheet of paper, and they'd make sense to you. I liked that. Instead of completing assignments for other classes, Lamar would scribe lyrics in his notebooks. His initial writings was entirely profane, but it helped him manage his psychological trauma and depression, which he struggled with during his adolescence. Ng played a vital role in his intellectual growth, often critiquing his lexicon and suggesting prompts to strengthen his prose. Lamar later attended Centennial High School. He was enrolled in summer school during the 10th grade, which he dreaded because it forced him to be embroiled in gang war. Despite his efforts to avoid them, Lamar soon became heavily involved with Compton's hedonistic gang culture, which led to numerous health scares and encounters with the police. He distanced himself from the lifestyle following an intervention staged by his father. When he was 16, Lamar was baptized and converted to Christianity following the death of a friend. He graduated from high school in 2005 as a straight-A student. He considered studying psychology and astronomy in college, but suspended his academic pursuits to focus on his music career. Of course, we all want to know about his personal life. Let's take a look at the personal life section. Lamar began dating his fiancée, Whitney Alford, when he was in high school. He announced his engagement to Alford in April of 2015. They welcomed their first child, Uzi, on July 26, 2019. The couple used the cover art for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers to announce the birth of their son, Enoch, in 2022. Lamar is a teetotaler. In an October 2012 interview, he stated that he once tried marijuana, but the blunt had been laced with angel dust and he has not used any drugs since. In an interview with Stars, Lamar stated he asked to play a drug abuser, saying, "Laces is just a character that I know so well, just growing up in Compton. You grow this type of love for them, in this weird kind of way. You don't want to see nothing happen to them, but he's dangerous." In Mother I Sober and Worldwide Steppers from his album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Lamar revealed that he had struggled with sex addiction and had cheated on Alford in the past. Alford encouraged him to seek treatment for his addiction. Up next, we're going to learn about his involvement with entrepreneurship. Lamar has been described as an authentic businessman who takes calculated steps to establish his brand from the ground up and leaves nothing to chance. He approaches traditional album rollouts with an unorthodox method, using creative Easter eggs and leaving cryptic messages. Before releasing a studio album, Lamar shares a promotional single taken from The Heart, a timestamp song series designed to observe the beating pulse behind the music. The vulnerable themes explored on the non-album singles have strengthened his relationship with the inquisitive fanbase known as Kenfolk. His real estate portfolio includes properties in California and New York. In 2011, Lamar crafted an original song with record producer Nosa Thing to promote Microsoft's Windows Phone in 2011. He starred alongside DJ Calvin Harris and singer Ellie Goulding in a marketing campaign for Bacardi in 2014. As a minor estate shareholder in TDE, Lamar was set to serve as the executive producer for the label's film division. He partnered with American Express on advertising campaigns for Art Basel and Small Business Saturday, and is an angel investor of the music creation platform Engine Ears. Lamar has also partnered with several fashion designers and outlets. As a brand ambassador, he was involved with designing sneakers for Reebok and Nike. He developed working relationships with Grace Wales Bonner and Martin Rose. Through their respective eponymous brands, they have dressed him for several public events. For her winter 2023 collection, Twilight Revere, Lamar worked with Bonner to create the show's soundtrack with Sampa and Duval Timothy. Through P.G. Lang, he composed the score and co-designed the stage for Chanel's Spring and Summer 2024 Couture collection. Alright, there you have it. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about Kendrick Lamar, the man who's won 22 Grammys. Hard to believe, right? 22. If you enjoyed this information, don't forget to like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks again for watching this one to the very end. I'm Brian Kingsbury. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.